Ho, ho, ho!
It's Tarquini!
Hello, and welcome back to the 12 days of BTCC. With me is my good friend Ben. Say hello.
Hello!
And today, the car in choice, or the car of choice that we've picked, and this is Ben's choice, is the Ford Sierra Cosworth RS500, specifically from the 1988 season. Now, obviously, the Sierra Cosworth, the RS500 model, it did enter a lot of the seasons in touring cars, particularly during the mid-80s, early 90s, before it eventually bowed out. With Andy Rouse famously going head-to-head with Steve Soper at Brands Hatch in 1988. It was known for being extremely dominant in multiple race championships due to the turbo being huge and having all-wheel drive, which outpowered the other cars. Overall, in the British touring car during its time, it scored 40 wins. Which was pretty good for one car, to be honest, considering most cars probably don't get near that yet. But did pretty damn well. What else have you got, Ben? What have you got?
Yeah, so this is definitely one of my all-time favourite cars. It's probably one of my all-time favourite cars in a lot of different forms of racing, because like you said, it was in many different types of touring cars. My favourite being Australian touring cars, where it was that basically versus the, I think it was the R32 Skyline, and they were just both cars that were that dominant, they got banned because they was that insanely good. They basically made it so you couldn't have four-wheel drive or any wheel drive anymore. It was one of them cars where it came, conquered too much, and then they went, yeah, we've had enough of this, the car's banned, and then it became a folklore car as like the road legal versions of these cars were known as just insane monsters of cars, where they were just known as sort of like a car where the insurance was that high because people would be robbing them all the time, and just amazing cars. I mean, even the look of it, like I remember my uncle, he didn't have the exact model, but he had one of the similar models looking really close to it, and I just thought it was such an incredible car when he got it. And yeah, just one of them cars where growing up, it was one of them where hit me as like one of the cars that I just loved, and it wasn't because of video games or anything. Most of the cars that I usually pick usually sort of is influenced by something like that or a show or something. No, this was purely just from the motorsport side of it, of how insanely good the car was, and some of like the stuff where you could see people driving the car in the wet and in the dry, how well it did at like the Bathurst 1000, even though it was very controversial. People can easily look into more at that, and it was just one of them things where the car was just amazing to me.
Yeah, the car did quite well, as you were saying about like the motorsport side of things. It did quite well in the rally championship as well, at the hands of Jimmy and Colin McRae as well. So a fair few famous names have drove this car. I'm not just saying that with the McRaes, but you've obviously got like Andy Rouse, Steve Soper, just to name a few. And it was ridiculous at how good the car was. Sometimes given that how most people probably put a car down for cheating, this car was literally one of them cars that was so overpowered, it made other cars look like a joke at the time. So very crazy and mad car, that's for damn sure. But what are your thoughts on the Sierra Cosworth? Let us know down in the comment section what you thought of the car, and any thoughts that you might have of the car. Obviously the comment section is there for that. But thank you very much for watching today's episode. We'll be back tomorrow with the second to last car, the penultimate car. And then obviously we've got day 12, which will be the final car completely. So thank you very much for watching, and of course, ta-ra.
Bye.